the branch line around that corner, rolling on the tracks. It's great to see you heaving and happily hauling. It won't be long till you are back. We're on our way, we have our fare. Down to the station, the engines are all there. Every day there's so much to do. Hey, Thomas, we know that you'll pull through.
Stop thief. Thomas the tank engine was at his junction collecting passengers when James bustled in with the goods train. The train was heavier than he expected, and he was quite tired.
I say, Thomas, sometimes I'm jealous of you tank engines and your branch lines.
Jealous? Of what? Us?
We big engines have to put up with the constant hustle and bustle of the main line. Passengers and goods trains running across the island all day. You never know what might happen. I wouldn't mind having a boring little branch line.
Boring? How have you know my
Branch line is the most important part of the railway. Yes, we know. But what happens there? Besides Percy constantly putting it in danger of going under.
Well,
It'd be a nice change, honestly. A nice glorified siding that I could run up and down all day, where nothing exciting would ever happen.
Annie and Clarabelle were indignant. They thought James was being quite rude indeed.
Glorified siding, nothing exciting. My branch line is plenty exciting. That James doesn't know what he's talking about.
Thomas grumbled all the way to the top station, where Toby and Percy were waiting with some very distressing news.
Did you know Von McCall was burgled last night?
You don't say. I didn't know he had anything worth stealing.
He's won cups for gardening. All of them were taken, and then the thieves stole his lorry.
Not that new one he's so proud of.
Nobody knows where they are. We've been keeping an eye out all day.
Well, surely something will come up.
Thomas tried his best to sound reassuring, but he couldn't help sounding worried. Eventually, it was time to leave. Thomas backed down onto Annie and Clarabelle, who tried to cheer him up even after the news he had just received. But Thomas couldn't stop thinking about the thieves. Soon the guard blew his whistle, waved his green flag, got into Clarabelle, and Thomas started off. Before long, they had gotten through the tunnel. Road and rail ran beside each other here with a hill in between them. Thomas often remembered his race with Birdie when he passed by here. Then, he saw a flash of color on the road ahead. No sooner had it raced past Thomas, it swerved around a curve and was gone. Thomas tried to speed up to get another look at it.
Steady, Thomas. We got plenty of time.
Can't we get closer to that lorry? It looks like Farmer McCall's to me.
Dozens of lorries look like that.
But it has its plate number. Please, we can't let them get away.
If you're sure, Thomas.
His driver replied. With that, he opened the regulator and he began to chase after the lorry. It wasn't long before they eventually caught up.
That's McCall's lorry, all right, Thomas. And those two must be the thieves.
Right. We need paper, pencil, and something to put a note in. We'll throw it at the next single box.
They swiftly wrote the note before stuffing it into the fireman's lunchbox. All they had to do now was get ahead of the thieves. Thomas used every ounce of steam he had to get ahead of the lorry. Thomas finally drew in front. As he rolled around the bend, he saw the signal box up ahead. He blasted his whistle as loud as he could to get the signalman's attention. And then they slowed down just enough to throw the lunchbox safely as they went past. And when they did, they all shouted,
Police!
The lorry was long gone by now. Thomas searched high and low. He looked all over his branch line, but he couldn't see it anywhere.
It was right there. I need to find it.
We need to deliver our passengers. They've been on this wild goose chase with us and are definitely going to complain about being bounced about.
Thomas had forgotten all about his passengers. He hurried back onto his route as quickly as he could. Thomas was very late by the time he was on his way back to the big station. He was worried about what the Topham Hatt would say once he arrived. However, he was surprised to see the station filled with passengers and engines. Tired and very confused, he pulled up to the platform where Sir Topham Hatt was waiting. The passengers clamored out of Annie and Clarabelle and were just about to tell Sir Topham Hatt exactly what they thought of his railway, when Sir Topham Hatt held his hand up for silence.
Two burglars made off with our Farmer McColl's trophies and his prize lorry. Thomas here, with his quick thinking, gave chase and alerted our signalman. Thanks to him, they didn't go any further and stop these men from doing so much worse.
Not too shabby, Thomas.
Thomas, great work!
Good show. Surely good.
Great stuff, Thomas. I don't think I could have done that.
A long time ago, Thomas showed how valuable he was to the smooth running of my railway by using quick thinking to help after a terrible accident. And I'm sure you will agree today, he has once again proven himself to be a really useful engine.
Thomas blushed. He didn't know what to say. All he could muster was a very sheepish, "Oh, sir."